Welcome back for the finale of What If Ahsoka Was Executed. Thank you for your support on the other parts of this What If. If you haven't seen them, the links will be in the description below. The other clone troopers looked saddened at the demise of Tup, and they wanted to know as much as the former Jedi what had caused Tup's death. Clone Trooper Kix examines the chips closer and puts them through the Republic database, finding a set of orders directed from the Supreme Chancellor. Anakin's dark side bubbles to the surface again, and he orders all of the clones to have their chips removed. Before Obi-Wan and Plo Koon could stop him, Anakin was back in his speeder and headed back to Padme's apartment. Anakin asked Padme to gather all of the Republic senators together and ensure that Palpatine could be removed through a vote of no confidence, for Anakin to fail in killing Palpatine. The Jedi Knight covered his head with the hood of his robes and slowly walked to the office of his former friend, now enemy, preparing for a battle. Anakin dismissed the two guards outside of the entrance with a small force push, then opened the door with a swipe of his hand. Entering the room step by step, he is in total darkness and is immediately prodded in the back by a couple of Magna Guards. Waking up in a force field, he sees Grievous coughing in his direction and slashing at him with his lightsabers. From a nearby doorway, Palpatine walked out and Anakin's eyes narrowed in anger, before feeling excruciating pain as the Sith Lord emitted force lightning from the tips of his fingers. Back on Obi-Wan's cruiser, the Jedi Master had been searching furiously for his Padawan learner, but he was nowhere to be found. As he was about to enter his starfighter and perform a proper search of the planet, Commander Cody walked up to him and confirmed Order Number 66 had been executed. Obi-Wan and Plo Koon look to the surface below and see clones shooting at the escaping Jedi when their own ship is hit by a massive blast. Obi-Wan sounds the emergency alarm on the ship, calling for everyone to escape, whilst Obi-Wan and Plo Koon hunted for Chancellor Palpatine. The Jedi use the clones for cover and they fly through the chaos to the outside of Palpatine's office. The Jedi peer through the window to see Grievous guarding Anakin, and they leapt through the window with their lightsabers. Dueling Grievous again, Obi-Wan parries the warrior away from Anakin, allowing Plo Koon to free the Jedi Knight. Anakin picks up his lightsaber from the Chancellor's desk and helps the Masters battle Grievous. The cyborg moves his lightsabers like a whirlwind, and Obi-Wan uses his mastery of Soresu to deflect every hit. Plo Koon then uses his Force Judgment to move Grievous off balance, and Anakin pierces his blade into its internal organs. The Jedi are about to run to the temple when the voice of Palpatine echoed through the office, declaring that for the Jedi there would be no escape. Every single door in the room began to close, and the three former Jedi jumped out of the window and into their starfighter, where Anakin stood on the top and blocked the gunfire from the starfighters of the clones. Entering the temple, Rex is leading the 501st Legion against the other clone battalions with the other Jedi, and Obi-Wan finds Master Yoda. The Grand Master is unaware that Palpatine had been the one to issue Order 66, but mentions that he had gone to the Senate building for a declaration of a new order, and the senators were in danger. Anakin sprints off to the Grand Chamber in the Senate building, but Palpatine is nowhere to be found. Senator Amidala rushes to him, and she tells him that her work had enabled Palpatine to be removed, and the secret Sith Lord had escaped along with the remains of the Separatist Alliance. Without a location, Anakin had to think about where Palpatine would go to, and storms to the Jedi Temple again. Putting his lightsaber to the throats of one of the clones, he uses a mind trick and persuades her to contact Palpatine. The Sith Lord talks to the clone and reveals he was aboard his newly constructed Star Destroyer, and that was all Anakin needed to hear. The Jedi Knight is followed in his pursuit of Palpatine by Obi-Wan and Plo Koon, and they take individual starfighters to Palpatine's ship, hovering above Coruscant. Entering into the hangar, Palpatine is furious at Grievous' failure to kill the Jedi, and he had to do the work himself, but Anakin would not let him. The Jedi Knight used his hate he still had from the death of Ahsoka, and used it to fuel his attacks, making Palpatine stumble. Anakin did not allow the Sith Lord to recover, as he cut his body into two, and jumped into a gunship that Obi-Wan and Plo Koon had taken away. Landing just outside of Padme's apartment, the rumbling from the city had died down. Anakin sat beside Padme, and even though they had defeated the Sith, Ahsoka's death would haunt him forever. That is it for What If Ahsoka Was Executed. If you enjoyed this What If, please like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to this channel and my other channel What If Films for more what ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching and see you next time.